everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Dragon here, streaming some PSO 2 New Genesis. Now I've been in this game and I'm trying to figure out what the hell style I want, but I haven't picked up anything that I'm really interested in at this point in time. So I'm going back with some old school or my old style. That's coming out of PSO 2, the first one, online.
See ya.
So all you see what I'm doing now is I'm just, doing my dailies. At this point I've got like 300,000 in Mesta, or new Mesta for this game. On the 4th of July, which is tomorrow. For everybody that's out here, happy 4th of July. Nice. Pretty much knocking down my daily quest. And I haven't finished off this limited time quest, which will end on July the 6th. I'm gonna go into my character at this point in time. I have a battle power score of 1353, which is pretty nice. Go to my personal stats and information. You look at that. Got my melee power up plus 6%, my range power plus 1, plus 3 on my tech, and that just depends on what kind of weapon I'm using and what I'm rolling with at the time. Got my elemental resistance of 20% on fire, lightning, and ice. At this point in time, and that's what that is. Look at my items as far as my armors are concerned. Got Fixer Guard, level 2, but I picked that up when I picked up that piece of armor. The rest of them, they don't have all that. I just put regular stats on here like guard and shock ward and shit like this, and might and defense and burn ward and guard and freeze ward and an Altus soul tool and shit like this. I've taken my weapons, which I'm still upgrading and things. These are the 3 that I need to go on ahead and get there, but this is at 40 plus, or wherever, as far as it's gonna go. It's got might, form, souls, and guard, L, note, C. And you see where I've actually put other stuff on here.
Powerful dolls in the vicinity of the Alio region. All ARCS defenders, please prepare for deployment.
Take some time to sit here and upgrade this.
Welcome.
Let's see what you got, your enhancements. The things that I've unlocked here, these are unlocking your potential, which means that I gotta pick up some more materials to make this happen. Working on those. Now we look at this world map. This is all I've unlocked so far. These are bridges that take you over to other places. They haven't released that, and I think they're gonna release it sometime, maybe this month or next, to where you can run to some of these places. Now, things that I have unlocked and understood at this point. Which I'm explaining is, let's take a look here. I picked up a weapon right here that you have to be level 15 to equip. And it probably is going to max out at like 283 or something of that nature. This is level 14, 14, 14, 14. Like the highest of the armor is what I have so far. This is level 10. This is 12, 12. Now I've seen people that have armor plate and that's like, you know, level 15 to, you know, equip to your character. Now the catch to this is, if you want to sit here and go with different classes, you can, but you need to max out at least 2 of your classes, and then you can switch over to whatever you want. As long as you keep one of your maxed out classes going, you won't lose any of your you know, equipment and shit like this. The only things that will change is it's probably like these weapons that you're gonna be able to carry, because certain classes don't, you know, generally roll with the weapons that you have, and that's the give or take. But at this point in time, I'm using Ranger and Hunter. Let's see. Waiting for that to be available. And pretty much what I'm doing, I'm just running around gathering up stuff that I need. All in all, don't miss these. Boxes are important. Pretty much all of them. Not really concerned about that. But you know what, just for the hell of it, I'm gonna go in there anyway.
Target eliminated. Nice.
Now, what I recognize in this game, a lot of people, there may be some mixed reviews on this. Just for the simple fact that, you know, this game is pretty much brand new. And you're not going to have all of the options you had when you played PSO 2, the first one on this gen, or the next gen console, or your PC, or any damn thing else. Because the truth was, they've already, you know, pretty much min-maxed every damn thing, man. When you came into PSO 2, it just was cool to play it on a fucking console versus a keyboard. That's the only difference. Now the thing that, you know, it's going to take time to sit here and build up, because we're all fresh into this, and it's going to take them time to unlock everything that you excuse me, that you want to do. Like at this aspect, this is part of this world right here that we're running on that's not unlocked. And this is another area, and here's another bridge right over here that's going to go elsewhere. And I think what's going to happen is we're probably going to sit here, run around on this planet, and, you know, finish off everything that's here, and then we go to the next one. So I think in PSO2 New Genesis has got it down. I mean, your character looks a hell of a lot better. It's clean. And, you know, as I find some more outfits that will, you know, be generated and pushed into this, then I can change up my style. But see, it's even improved the style that I had. It's a hell of a lot cleaner. Character looks a lot better. Hell, even the fight skills a lot better. And on the aspect of truth, I mean, this is an action MMO. Because even the weapons, man, they look nice, and in the form and how they're executed, it looks good too. See, this weekly quest ends on the 6th of July. Which means I can knock out daily quests here. Knock out daily quest on the 4th. And everything else. So when I finish it up here today, tomorrow I have another set of 5 quests or so to do. on Monday when I roll back in to work. Once I've, rolled it, finish out those quests, and then there you go. That's 200 grand right there. And when you look at my character, like what I have going on so far, pretty well out there. Not quite at min-max as I want to. Just see my battle power is 1353, my health is 432. That comes from, gathering up your items, like your meats and vegetables and whatever you find, and you craft that shit to add extra stats. You see the extra stats on the right hand side. My attack power is coming up. That's nice. Well, I mean, my attack power on this particular weapon's at maximum, at 928. Defense is at 542, which I have not maxed out all of my armors yet to raise that. So what you see is me trying to get up all my armor stats and make them nice and raise my defense as high as possible. But, I mean, we got all kinds of things here, people. I mean, it's a beautiful thing that this is an open world game at this point now. Got people everywhere. I'm on block 42, of course. My aspect is, well, you got cast. I had to do, put some very perverse signs and shit up out here, but that's fine. I don't care. It ain't no big deal for me. The truth was, PSO 02 was, really never really a kid's game. This is more of your, like your manga anime situation. That's what you got going on here. The same aspects, a lot of adult situations, content, shit like that. Grown. Some of it can get pretty raunchy as shit at times, but fuck it, it's just a game, who cares? Now, I'll say that wholeheartedly because, my daughter hasn't touched this game at all yet.
We are beginning a counter-offensive against dogs.
I may let her play it, may
We
not.
request the participation of all ARCS defenders.
Probably leaning towards not. Just saying. I know it's raunchy as shit. But that's the aspect of gaming, people. I mean, it's just like playing Cyberpunk 2077. That's not a child's game at all. And it has its moments. But it's set for an adult agenda, so people might as well understand the truth. And even this game is really set for an adult agenda. And so is World of Warcraft. Might as well be honest about it. But that didn't stop you from having gamers from all kinds of age groups and everything else. Which may explain the level of maturity of people. They don't care. Now, as far as maturity, it's nowhere on the level of what you can see in Call of Duty and things like that. Yeah, that's definitely on a mature level. But it was pretty strong in the aspect of truth. I mean, everybody that played the first Nintendo and all this other shit, well, these people are grown. And if they never let go of the aspect of gaming, yeah, well, we're grown. And that's the truth. Now, most people, you know, can't jump up with that luxury of saying that, well, they played it like the 8-bit Sega and the 8-bit Nintendo, all this shit. Now, there's a great possibility a lot of people are all born into the era of the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. That's what we have around here at some point. I mean, you've experienced 16-bit, but everybody didn't experience the 8-bit or even the 4-bit situation with Atari. Just saying. quite what I wanted to do. Well, so be it. What? Yeah, well, they're down there, somebody will grab them. Now, as we take a look at what we have acquired, just garbage. Didn't really acquire much. Just depositing things into default storage, to be honest with you. All the shit that we have obtained from all this, from running in PSO2 to the other one, I mean, This crap is worthless at this point in time. Sorry to say it, just is. What a lot of people are doing is they're just using this to build up their mesta so they can sit here and buy some shit more. Well, even if you can buy it, people, think about this. It's gonna be some low-level shit. You're gonna have to spend some mesta to do it. Might as well sit here and chuck all that bullshit and then, you know, start picking up some armor pieces that you need and start building it up. Point being said, it's not worth running around with some of this other armor shit because it's not doing anything for you. Even the weapons on the same aspect, you might be able to keep them for a while, but you know, the Garo attack, oh man, fuck all that crap. That shit doesn't do nothing. Sorry to say it, just being honest. And you will notice as your level gets higher, you will see some of your stronger items pop up in your, you know, in the window and all this other bullshit, but it doesn't matter. You can't do shit with this. I mean, the only damn things that you can do something with is your skins, and that's pretty much all you can do. Anything else, don't waste your time. Just being honest. It's just a whole new game, whole new structure of shit, and that's just all it is. Not only good things that do transfer over might be your gold passes and your salon passes. They roll over. Your color change passes and things like that. That's nice. You can use that. But anything else that you really have, like armor on, man, fuck that. Don't worry about it. And the other things is like your outfits. You can do that. Now this one you actually pick up here. This AIS suit. That's pretty nasty. I just don't feel like looking like that at this point. But what I'm saying is, like, your outfits and things do transfer over. You can use that. And you can use, you know, when you go into the salon where you select like some wings or certain other damn things, those will transfer over. But the armor itself, even if you equip it, that does not transfer over as far as the looks of this game, which you don't really need. I've completed that emergency quest. Go ahead and look for what I need to go find. So these are like side quests I picked up that I haven't quite found yet. Well, this one, yeah, that's the red boxes. They're out there when you're exploring. See, the thing about this game is, yes, you have to leave home base and go explore. You gotta go explore in every area. Start digging around in certain parts of world itself, and you will sit here and you will find red boxes and yellow ones. You get red boxes that'll drop you some Mesta, all kinds of stuff. I'm just being honest. Now all I'm doing at this point in time is sitting and completing certain missions. Shit like that. I'm just trying to finish out my daily quest, so I have to sit here and run around in Central Alio to do so. Not looking for real battles and boss fights at this point in time. I'm just sitting here looking to find the stuff that I need to finish off my daily quest. Then I go run somewhere and do some grinding. It's not that complicated, people. You just, you know, do your daily quest. Go out here and dick around and go find what you need. Do that. And, you know, daily quests, always daily, of course, every day. Weekly quest is every like 7 days, and then it'll reset. But once you start powering up like your armors and your weapons, what'll start happening is after a while you're just gonna start gathering up, you know, cash. Just how it goes. You'll start leveling up stuff beyond what it is, and you'll get to that point. And as you can see, because that's a tree that would, you know, brand fruit, but that's not happening at this point in time. People done hit it already, and it happens. Which is okay. I'm gonna tell you, dude, when you're playing this on Xbox One X, PS4 Pro, you're good. And here's my aspect of it. I don't give a fuck what they tell you. They're not gonna let that aspect of that set really roll out of there where they're not gonna make changes and make shit happen. PSO Pro, PlayStation Pro, the PlayStation 4 Pro and Xbox One X, you know, they're pretty they're pretty powerful systems that can handle a lot of shit. See, when the great bitch or the gripe came along when they sat here and laid out Cyberpunk 2007. Well, yeah, Cyberpunk 2007 was just buggy as shit. And it really didn't.
Thank you for your contribution.
It really didn't matter even if they showed you highlights from a fucking PC. It was still buggy as shit regardless. It's a damn shame. Now, I don't really know how the fate of that game's gonna really lie out. I may sit here and do another video on it. But, you know, it's just what it is. Hey, I'm always gonna say it like this. It's not like the PSO, but it's not like the PlayStation Pro, PlayStation 4 Pro, and the Xbox One X can't handle it. That's bullshit. Sure can, because these are the ones with the boards that they're running GDR5, so it can handle it. The rest of what's told to the world is just absolute bullshit, because guess what? You got your older PCs out here that's still running GDR5 as far as their memory for the graphics and all this other shit, and they're handling just fine to a degree. It's a sales pitch. You got to get the latest and greatest, and you got to be on a GDR6 and you need the latest graphics card that's beyond 3081, 3080 Ti and beyond. This was 420, man. Fuck that shit. That's craziness. That's called a game. Because even if they're trying to sell it to you, I mean, video game developers, your video game developers haven't even, you know, scratched the surface of building a goddamn engine that can really handle that damn shit. And that's just being honest. Just telling you. Now, I'm not crazy and just full of shit. I mean, at one point, in the early 90s, I was doing fucking around with graphic design, multimedia design. Just using shit like Photoshop and 3D Studios Max, which is your platform for creating like designs like your fucking Woodies and all the other bullshit that you see in Disney. I did all of that. Didn't pursue it. Don't ask the question why I didn't. I look at it like, oh, goddamn. But I understand. Now, my aspect of it is, I paid money to do that. My aspect for everybody else, if you're gonna go ahead and pursue it, fucking pursue it. Don't bullshit around. But the downside is, like, a lot of people wanted to go into, onto the aspect of the gaming side and felt that, yeah, I could sit here and I can just build these models and I can do all this shit and I can make some money doing it, but I could do something I enjoy. And then in the end result, all the devs, which are the people that sit here and do this shit, they get fucked over. Now, that's kind of messed up, but then again, when I think about it, that's corporate America. And let me tell you something. If you are a dev watching this, corporate America's fucked up all over the country and world. It's the same principle and the same idea. Don't pay you shit. Get the product nice, and then in the aftermath, well, we'll just lay your ass off. Well, that's corporate America. Corporate America ain't that beautiful, and it's all bullshit, and I'm sorry. It's too bad I haven't seen anybody on any channel sit here and say that, but I'm being honest. It is. It's a fucking scam. People got fucked over for a couple of dollars. And it really gives you that sense it's just like fucking crackheads. Well, you never seen a crackhead that did not come up with the money to buy more product. And I'm just saying this, to be honest. When's the last time you seen a crackhead that did not come up with the money to buy more of their fantasy drug that they need? Never. They'll figure it out. Now that's motivation. But what I'm saying is, in the late half of the years, you people have skills and you get on to a company, and I'm sorry to say this, it's corporate. And they're fucking you. That's what they do. Well, you're gonna work absolute astronomical hours. We ain't gonna pay you jack shit, and you're gonna make the shit happen. And when this product happens, you're getting laid off. It's an interesting concept. But to be honest with you, that's corporate America. What people learn in college at this point in time now. I'm an older chap. I can say this, so I don't really give a fuck if no one likes it. It really doesn't matter. But here's the deal. The things that you see in the movies from 60s, 70s, and onward, and how the 50s should have been. Well, that day is long past. What people are taught in college, it doesn't even matter if you go to Ivy League. Difference between an Ivy League school versus a community college is your connections. That's all I have to say about that. And I'm being very honest. And if people think I'm full of shit, well, take a look. That's your difference. See, in an Ivy League college, you got people that graduate and they get into certain positions and shit. And when you graduate, you make some calls that get your ass in the door. That's Ivy League. Community colleges, and I say non-Ivy League colleges, your ass needs to go out there and network and make that shit happen. Now here's the funny thing. In what you would consider a community college, they want you to go out there and network anyway. They'll send you to certain seminars and every damn thing else. You need to go out there and make friends and make that shit happen. Now here's the funny thing. People can sit here and go to an Ivy League college and they have shitty skills and they're not fucking great at all. But they'll get into the fucking door. Nonetheless, excuse me. They'll get into the door and have a guaranteed job that pays them astronomical salary and shit and roll it. They don't have to be good. That's what Ivy League does. But see, here's the problem about this. Ivy League also produces all these senators that you have rolling this shit, and they're not 100% great. They never were. They never were that smart. Because I'm gonna put it this way. If you had a lot of these politicians that were actually smart, why the fuck would you sell out your own country for a couple fucking dollars when you can make your whole shit strong and they have to come to you? That's my question. Why would you sell out your shit so that some other country's producing it and you have to come to them when you were producing it first? Okay? Where they have to come to you. Why would you do that? And I could not understand for the life of me what the fuck is learned in business administration and every damn thing else that would make you make that fucking move. It makes no sense. None. Give it to them. You give it to someone else and then you're at the mercy of them. Oh, they pay you a nice salary and they give you a nice amount of chunk of change, but in the end, you're not holding on to anything. You're not controlling the monopoly, so it doesn't make no damn difference. You got paid, but you're not holding on to monopoly. Now, what I want people to understand something is this. I want you to question this. Look at your senators. Look at how old these motherfuckers are, man. They're fucking Jesus Christ old. I don't mean to put it out there like that, but you have senile, borderline senile motherfuckers making decisions for you. Now, you looked at Trump. I like Trump. I do. I ain't crashing on it, but you know, Trump wasn't the president. Obama was, textbook. Sorry. He might have wanted to be greater than what he was, but he was textbook. Bush Jr.? Bush Jr. was a fucking fool. His reign in office wasn't shit. In fact, his reign in office was ran by Dick Cheney and Donald Rumsfeld. Rumsfeld that passed away this year, a couple days ago. But Bush Jr. wasn't running shit. Bush Sr., on the other hand, was the head of Central Intelligence. He knew what he was doing, and he was doing all that damn shit behind the fucking lines, behind the walls while Reagan was in. Reagan actually has some idealistic goals that he wanted to achieve. The problem was, old age was settling in, and so was dementia. And that's a bitch. The problem is, we'll put young presidents in office in this country, but yet we have fucking old senile goddamn senators that, you want to deal with that. I wish John McCain didn't die. I'll put that out to America. I wish he didn't. I didn't agree with every policy that John McCain wrote across the board, but I agree with plenty of things that he said and wrote it. And the one aspect that, if anybody's listening to me, you better look at YouTube and other sources and dig up the shit when they sat there and they wanted to go at Edward Snowden. To be honest with you, John McCain said it in the Senate committee. We agreed to this shit. Now, see, this is my aspect. We should never agree to that. Now we talk about, well, we do this to track down terrorists. Well, if you're tracking down terrorist cells, yeah, that works. You can do that. But you weren't tracking that shit down. That's the underhanded shit about it. You were tracking down everybody else. People that can influence people and every damn thing else to do better things, and they were the targets. And I'm just saying, you didn't go after the motherfuckers that were the targets. You went after your own people. Now, I'm gonna put it this way. Isn't that absolutely strange? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why would you do that? The other thing that's not new knowledge that I'm gonna kick out here on this channel is the government watches every organization that is built and comes up into the ranks. The reason why the Proud Boys have diminished is because they're being watched. Now, in the real truth of things, that shouldn't be new. If you want to see how that operates, watch the movie Mississippi Burning. That'll tell you the whole aspect and scope of it. You're being watched. Now, isn't it interesting? In a country full of freedoms, we're being watched. Why? they never considered the KKK as a terrorist group, but think about what happens when they do. Or any other group that rises up in America that has ideas that this is where the country should go, and you're on the watch list. It's not saying that they're going after you, but you're on the list, people. You're on the fucking list. Think about that. The problem with our country is we're divided. And we blame Barack Obama for it. Are you really gonna blame him for it? Excuse me for a moment. Here it is. We chose to make a target and blame Barack Obama for us separating. And my aspect was, are all of us as Americans really gonna sit here and blame that one man for that? And hear me out. And I know this is the gaming community, but hear me out on this. We're gonna blame him that we're divided. See, we should have gotten past segregation and all this bullshit years ago. But yet, we're still playing into the heart of it. My aspect is this. You're gonna blame him for it? Are you kidding me? You know, what we do here is we blame people for the ultimate shit of miscomings, which doesn't make any sense. We sit here and we vote presidents in because we think that the president has the power to control everything. So, once again, on this channel, I'm going to educate everyone. Here it is. Hey, hear me out. Okay. Presidents don't have absolute power in this country. I don't know why people think that, but that's insane. The other thing I want to tell everybody is that this. America's laws and its constitution does not apply to the rest of the world. It never did. How a governing body runs their country is not our fucking business. I'm sorry. It's not our problem. Our problems are in-house, and we need to run our shit in-house. Not with the world. Ever. Never with the world. Us. What we're doing here. This is our problem. Our problem as a nation. And it happens here. The things that we're doing or worrying about overseas is not our problem. Period. We put presidential candidates in the seat of president and then we blame the president. Well, here's my deal. Maybe we need to look at the senators that we keep putting in power, because those are the ones that have the influence. So I'll break it down. You have the executive branch, which is your president and his cabinet of people, or her cabinet of people, into the future of how that goes. Next, we have the Senate. The Senate is made up of the House of Representatives, then the Congress. That's your Senate. These people push all kinds of bills that no one pays attention to when they should. Okay? And then the last branch of government is the judicial branch. And I'm sorry, I stumbled on those words. The judicial branch makes this shit into law. Think about that. Really think about that for a moment, people. There's plenty of things that came from the executive branch to the Senate down to the judicial branch that the judicial branch said fuck that. But there's plenty of things that rolled down to the pipeline that they agreed to. The Patriot Act was one of those things they agreed to, where you no longer have privacy, so they could sit here and look in on your cell phone conversations and every damn thing else, your pics that you send on the internet and everything else. Truth is, they sat here and they crashed on Snowden. Snowden was an enemy of the state, was he? Truthfully, he was telling you people that this shit is wrong, which it is. But no one ever looks at that perspective. So understand that. Snowden, it has been exiled from the United States. But he told you the shit was fucked up. You think wholeheartedly that he just gave up all kinds of secrets to everyone else? Get the fuck out of here. He was a patriot. Why would he do that? He loves his home country. And even though he can't come back to it, and he may never will, he's looked at as a traitor. Well, he told you. He told you shit was messed up. No one listened. And as long as Snowden is up in Russia and shit, he's being protected to a degree. But my understanding is if you motherfuckers don't get him out of there, they're gonna dig deep down to the dark secrets of what's going on. And in the end process, they're gonna kill him. I'm just saying. And if you think otherwise, well, Give it a couple years and you can prove me wrong. But I'm telling you the truth. We should have long brought him back to America. Is he a traitor? No. No, he's not. He's a patriot that believes in the laws of our country. The problem with everybody else in this country is you haven't read our laws and what they mean. You need to skim through our Constitution and amendment rights. You need to skim through all of it and understand what's happening here. Doesn't matter that everyone is hell-bent on a Second Amendment right. Well, here's my thing. If they take away your first, well, you have no fucking voice. Your Second Amendment right doesn't mean shit, people. I own firearms myself, but I'm telling you, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean shit when they take away your voice. Truth be said, you don't want them to take away your voice. Your voice is what this country was built on. Your voice is everything. How you disagree and don't like the shit that's happening is everything. If you let them take away your words, your voice, and what you stand for, doesn't matter anymore. I don't give a fuck how many firearms you have. If you have no voice to be pressed out there, no opinion to be said, doesn't matter. People fail to realize that our government is designed to serve the people, not that the people serve the government. If it goes to the people serve the government, then we're no damn different from a kingdom. We're no damn different from what's the word? I'll tell you, communism. Communism is an aspect where the government decides what the people can do. And even if you crash even on China's idealistic aspects, think about this. China actually operates on imperialism. It's disguised as communism. Because the same houses in power that were there during the imperial rule are still there now. And imperial rule is all about you have no freedoms, you have no rights. We own everything, and we will decide if you can move up in the fucking world. That's imperialism. Disguised as communism. China still operates underneath the aspect of having supreme rulers ruling over the whole classes. They're gonna tell you what you can do, what you can't do. Is that what people here in this country want? I'm asking the question, is that what you want? Because we're rolling into the same, bylines and guidelines, the same shit. It's just that people jump up and say in America, we're woke. You ain't woke to shit, motherfucker. You need to look at the big picture. what's being played. And if you don't understand that, well, then you're doomed. And I'm sorry, I say something that's cold but honest. If you lay back and decide to get fooled, getting fooled over, fucked over, well, you deserve to get fucked over because you're not opening up your eyes. The truth about everything that happens in this world is simple. Follow the money, and the money will lead you to the fucking truth. And the truth will be shit. I'm sorry. That's the truth. You don't like that, I can't sit there and sugarcoat it. But the truth is, you need to wake the fuck up. Because if you don't, this great democracy is gonna fall. And I don't like to express that be truth, but it will. People in power, the old codgers that maybe have 10 more years to live, are making decisions for all of us on the whole. See, the thing is, our president has a maximum of 8 years to serve. But our congressmen and women can serve forever. Until they're too old to understand shit or recognize anything, or even to the aspect they got dementia. And that's what we got going on here. Stateside. It's not what the hell you want to sit here and govern your body. Someone that doesn't remember if it's Friday or Tuesday. That's insane. Think about that. Now I give Trump a lot of props, man. He said a lot of shit that people should have heard. But in the aspect, were you really listening to him? Really? Yeah, he threw things out there about why should we pay NATO fees? Why should we be paying all this shit? And that came from a businessman perspective. Why the fuck should we be paying all this shit? The question was, before Trump came into power, you mean to tell me out of 325 million citizens you didn't recognize? You weren't paying attention? What the fuck was everybody doing at this point in time? You weren't paying attention. He came out and told you. In fact, what Trump did when he walked out of office was he did an Eisenhower speech. Eisenhower told you that shit 40 years ago. That this path was fucked up. But no one paid attention. At all. But he told you already. And what makes it ironic is that Eisenhower was a general during World War II, so he was seeing how this shit was going to unfold. This isn't even no damn different if you read George Orwell's 1984 or Animal Farm and any damn thing else. These are people that can be very influential that told you that things are going to go for a turn for the worse, but no one paid attention. They weren't sitting here just putting shit out there. George Orwell did it clever. He put his shit in science fiction. But George Orwell was not science fiction. His shit was political science. Political to the bone. Telling you how shit is, where we're going, how we're paving the way for this situation to happen. That was George Orwell. He knew shit was gonna go wrong. I'll give you a better one. When Einstein seen what would happen with the atomic bomb, he had absolute regret for even pushing the damn numbers and the calculations to achieve such a thing. He did. He had regrets. Nuclear fusion was the worst damn thing that we ever discovered because we did not use it for the right reasons at all. And no country on this planet has at all. And you need to think about that for a moment. The first nuclear bombs and testing and shit had something like what? 8 to 10 megatons of yield versus today's shit, which could have something like 25 to 30 megatons of yield. I'm talking about the explosion that it can be created from a nuclear bomb. The way you should look at it is you should look at the testing off of the Polynesian islands and everywhere else. And even Nevada, even in Russia and places up there. Even France, Europe, and everywhere else. I'm sorry, let me repeat that. Even from France and Europe and everywhere else, we concocted fucking nuclear weapons that could destroy a whole fucking island and turn it into dust. Think about that. And then people need to think about, if you fire this off, where the fuck are you going when it happens? Where are you really going? There's no place to go. You're talking about putting a hole in the side of the fucking earth. And when you do that, guess what? Fallout and every damn thing else is everywhere. It rises up into the air and becomes part of the jet stream. The jet stream rolls that shit around to the rest of the world. So everyone is exposed to the fallout. Why the fuck would we build something like this knowing that it could kill everybody? What's the purpose of it? The truth is, I mean, we're no different than the people we see who point fingers at, like Iran and their shit. Really? Iran and them, they see the big picture. Us as Americans and Europeans everywhere else, do we see it? Do we see the big picture? This is not New World Order. This is New World Destruction. Is everyone comfortable with a handful of individuals that have the power to sit and push the button versus the voice of this whole fucking world? Do you think that's viable? You understand? You think that's a wise idea? People need to think about this shit. This is the end of everything. This is beyond what the Bible was talking about, the end of days and shit. This is it. We have the power to destroy ourselves. Now my question is this wise? Is this a wise plan? Because if you think it is, well, you lost. And anybody sitting here looking at this channel, if you're a parent and anything else, well, guess what? It's not so wise. Your children decide for this shit. We did. Is this a wise course of action? To be honest with you, as far as I'm concerned with this country and the rest of the world, we're like fucking 10,000 years behind where the fuck we should be. It's been proven at archaeological sites that old civilizations that we hit up had power, lights, surgical tools, glasses, and every damn thing else. They had all that damn shit already. And we're talking about old civilizations that go back 10 to 5,000 years. Now, if we're doing that, then we're way behind now. Doesn't anyone see that this seems to be a problem? This doesn't make any sense. And the real truth is, and I'm not jumping out and being a UFO nut, we should have long been traveling out to space and doing whatever the fuck we're doing. But we're 5 to 10,000 years behind of where the fuck we should have been. Doesn't make any sense now, does it? If we already had alternative power sources back in biblical days or ancient days, we never capitalized on it as a whole society. It was something that was lost. So I'll give you something that my grandmother gave me as far as knowledge, and God rest her soul. She's been off planet, gone from this world for 20 years. 20 something years to be exact. But she said to me that man is the pinnacle of where they're gonna go, and as far as technology and everything else, and then they fall back into the dark ages. So the truth is, do we want to fall back into the dark ages? Because this is ridiculous. Why the fuck should we go there? We've been there already. Why the hell do we want to repeat it? It's my catch 22. Why the fuck do we want to go back there? It makes absolutely no sense, but that's what we're doing. And the media is a whole different animal now. It used to be out there to sit there and inform us of things and make us think. Now it's out there pushing fear. Let's think about the fear. And the fear is the aspect of, well, I'll give you a prime example of this fear. COVID-19's engineered, I'm sorry, people. That's the truth. No virus ever had that kind of power until now. Now it's a string of all kinds of shit that's, you know, like HIV, with the immune deficiency syndrome, and Lord knows all kinds of shit SARS and MERS, and every damn thing else. Think about that for a moment. That's a whole lot of shit packed into one protein of one fucking virus that's being spread. And now we're in the aspect of COVID Delta. Delta, what the fuck is that? Isn't that interesting? It's a new strand of virus that's even stronger than the last. You better think about this. You better think about it even when you're going out there to get your shots. Think about that for a moment. They're already sitting here injecting you with this shit. This shit's been spread through the whole fucking world. And one damn thing that no one ever thinks about is what Bill Gates said many, many years ago at a sort of a press conference or a meet and greet. He said that soon there will be a virus that's going to come out that's going to fuck people up. How the hell do you know that? You can find it on YouTube or you can find it in other sources, but the truth is, how the fuck do you know that? And why are you capitalizing off of it by having antiviruses and shit that you engineered in a lab but you own patents to? So I guess where this video falls into to people is this: follow the fucking money. Please follow the money. The money will tell you every damn thing you need to know about the truth. Now, I am going to sign off here tonight, but I was just leaving some gestures and some words of wisdom that you should pay attention to before you jump off on the deep end. Understand the truth.